Hello, everyone. Welcome to my freak show. All right, it's weekly Wednesday live stream day. Now, as usual, sadly, there is not much information for AHS season 13 right now. That's okay. We're still streaming. We're still talking. We're still going through AHS Delegate. So, as of now, for those of you who are here just specifically for AHS season 13 news, don't worry, darling. You can go on ahead and exit out of this video because as of this time, there isn't any yet. So, thank you so much to everybody who is here. If you would like to stay and chat and just kind of chill a little bit, let's absolutely do that. I'm so sorry. It's the summer now, and I've been out in the sun a lot, and my hair is like gotten so crazy funky. So, I don't know. It feels so wolfish today. I feel like a wolf today, or like Thulsa Doom, except without all the long hair. I have no idea what the heck is going on here. I feel like a Q-tip. That's it. A Q-tip. A big, fluffy Q-tip. Blaze, thank you so much. Blaze is a very wonderful channel member. Thank you so much, Blaze, for renewing your membership for 4 months. And since we're right there talking about it, guys, if you are a channel member, we do live streams and we talk about certain things on the live stream on my Discord. And we also do live streams through here, through YouTube. And we're going to have another one this weekend because, Blaze, I wonder if you finished Orange is the New Black, because if you did, we got to talk about it. Okay. If you did, let me know and we'll do a live stream. I think you were on the final episode, so you should have been done with that. So let's talk about that this weekend. And if you guys would like to join, you could certainly be a channel member or a Patreon. There's links in the description. If you just want to donate to the channel for free, leave a kind word, a like, a subscribe. That pays for a good amount on this channel too. So, all right. Who dis says AHS used to be good? Yeah, I understand. Delicate. Now that I went back and saw it, it absolutely was not my cup of tea like I wanted. The show, and then I actually saw certain episodes. Like, I was watching Evil. I know you guys know the show Evil. I was binging season 3 this weekend because I know season 4 just started. So I was binging season 3, and they did an episode almost like of Delicate Condition where the mother was pregnant and she coughed up a tooth. I mean, it was almost mirror image of AHS Delicate, except Evil did it so much better. And they did it in one episode. So yeah. But I understand. I am let me know your favorite season down on the bottom, guys. Whoever's I know a lot of my regulars of what your favorite seasons are, but if you're new here and you just want to let me know what your favorite season is, absolutely. But I absolutely understand what you're talking about, Who Dis. I still love this show, though. I'm going to be here until this thing is over. I'm going to ride it till the wheels fall off. Merman Eli, another wonderful channel member. Thank you so much for being here. Says, I'm back, which is get your brooms. All right. Blaze says, hi, Mary. I have one more episode of Orange is the New Black to watch, and then I'm done. Yes, that's what we are going to do. So, guys, if you would like to join us this weekend, Blaze, I will go on ahead and set up a link for it. And we wanted to also do a movie haul. So we can do a stream for Orange is the New Black and then a stream for a movie haul, because it's kind of hard to do 2 topics together. And sometimes when people, the members and stuff, come back to rewatch it, a lot of it, I don't want it to be so mixed in. So it's really nice to just have the separate videos. So absolutely not a problem. Merman Eli says AHS needs to bring back the old format of episodes, like the ones where they were longer episodes and at least 11 to 12 episodes, so that they have time to land everything. Absolutely. And the thing is, too, there used to be so many different side stories and backstories and front stories, especially, for example, Asylum. There were at least 3 different time periods going on. We had one in the current time, and then we had one in the 40s, and then we had one like in the 60s. So there was almost 3 time frames that they were able to cohesively stick it together and dedicate each episode to explain everything perfectly. I miss that. I really do miss when they had seasons like that. And I think the last time that they really had a good season like that was Hotel. Um, I think they went off the rails with 1984 and the two serial killers. I still liked the season, though, again, it just felt like they went off the rails and just tried to insert so much information. Did you need anything, Blake? Okay. I love you. And they just tried to insert so much information into such a short amount of time. It didn't really make sense and they couldn't explain it well. But with episodes from Asylum, Murder House, Freak Show, I mean, it still, that's enough time to explain all the little side stuff that's there that makes us interested and want us to keep moving forward. So, yeah, I absolutely agree. They definitely need to go back to the format of 11 to 12 episodes. Merman Eli says we need Mary to be there working with them next season as a consultant. I would do it for free. Like I said, I would do it for a punch in the face. If they would just let me do that, I would be so grateful. Just use some of my ideas. I could get this shit going better. I promise. Back to old stuff. Merman Eli says, "Oh yeah, can I get the Discord?" Absolutely. Cooksy. I'm so sorry. Cooksy's trying to get into the trash right now. Hang on, I do apologize. I did have my Discord down. I There we go. Okay. So my username is Mary Girl Moody. There's my notifications on it. 6653. That is my Discord, guys. So if you would like to come join my Discord, this is it. Help yourself. All right. So, let's see. Lady Di, so glad you were also here in the comments. And I'm Amadi. Thank you so much for being here. Coven, Blaze says Coven is still their favorite. Lady Di says Coven all day long. Don't blame me there. Myrtle Snow, absolutely, Lady Di. Merman Elon says, besides Coven, which is Obvi, I really like Asylum, Freak Show, and Roanoke. I have to agree. Freak Show is a very underrated season. A lot of people underestimate it, but when you go back and watch it, and how I just think it was so beautiful how Ryan and Brad wrote how we are all freaks. We are all freaks. Not everybody is a normal person. We might be sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, I'm normal because I look normal." But I'm still a freak. I mean, everybody has their own little quirks, whether it's mental, physical, whichever. We're all somewhat of freaks. We all have these little things about ourselves that we kind of wish other people wouldn't see. And for people that are mental or that are physically disfigured, like in Freak Show, you can actually see their physical deformities. You can actually see their you can actually see their physical problems. But for people such as me, that you can't see it, that hides underneath, or like Dandy, he was like this normal guy in Freak Show, but he was the most psycho, insane one of them all. And supposedly he was like a normal, yeah, white, rich guy in society that mixes in society. However, our beloved freaks from the Freak Show, if they wanted to go like get dinner or lunch or just even step out into the normal world, people were so disgusted and turned off by them that they did not want them anywhere near them, which there is nothing wrong with anybody in the Freak Show. None of them, really were bad people. So, I mean, a lot of them were, but not most of them. Not like Dandy. Blaze says, my friend started watching Scream Queens for the first time and she loves it. Oh God, I wish they would do a Scream Queen season 3. That would be fantastic. And I don't think Emma Roberts needs that necessarily, but I think for right now, due to the fact that I don't know, she's been kind of doing some off things lately. Maybe it would just be great for her career. I don't know. It would just be, in my opinion, it'd be great to see her back as Chanel. I'm Amadi says, have you watched movie 43? Have you seen more behind the scenes from AHS 12? No, I have not yet. I do apologize for that. I am actually going to start doing that this week. I'm trying to figure out my Discord. My son is supposed to be helping me, so we've been staying up at nights, and then my husband works. So with me and the kids home during the summer now, yeah, it's been so laid back and it's been really nice. But I am gonna look for it. Like I said, my sons are helping me with Discord because I'm so computer illiterate when it comes to new things like that it takes me a little time. Lady Di says first 5 seasons, priceless. Blaze says NYC felt more like crime than horror. Exactly. That should have been American Crime Story than an AHS season. I understand why they did it because I believe that is right when Pose season 3 ended, maybe during 1984 or double feature, but right around that time was when Pose ended. So I understand that they probably wanted to march off the succession of Pose, of what that achieved. I mean, that was only 6 or that was only 3 seasons of Pose, but those were the best. That was the best show I think I'd ever seen in my entire life. Way surpassed the Golden Girls, way surpassed 6 Feet Under. I mean, yeah, Pose had to be probably the best show that I had ever seen in my entire life. So I understand the thought process of crossing that into American Horror Story. I just think that should have been an American Crime Story instead of a horror story. And if you're going to make it a horror story, please don't put Big Daddy as like the AIDS crisis. Um, make it something else. And plus there were so many opportunities in NYC of the people that were disappearing after they died and things such as that. There were so many opportunities they could have taken to make it more AHS, but they didn't. So, yeah. Asylum was 13 episodes. So wonderful, says Lady Di. Blaze, I haven't, and I feel so terrible. I have not watched the newest episodes of 9/11. And it's because also I think I know that Bobby's life is like on the balance in the season finale of season 7, and I'm really nervous about that. I'm Amadi says almost June and no AHS teaser. I wonder if we will get a season this year. Ugh, AHS has become messy. So the writer's strike definitely messed things up. But as far as I know, even though there was a writer's strike, they were still continuing their ideas with season 13. So I'm Amadi, if I remember correctly, and I think I do. Ryan says that their process of writing the season is that when the season is airing, so let's take, for example, um, Double Feature. When Double Feature was airing on TV, that's whenever they would get together and start brainstorming ideas for the next season. And then after it was done, that's whenever they would cast and start narrowing down their writing and start making sure that they secure the time frame for filming and such as that, and then of course that they secure the locations. So there is a lot of stuff that has to be done before in pre-production before production starts, and that's why they always say that they start it right when the season is airing, so that way the next time when the season is ready, they already have something to go. So usually we would get something in March, as for what the next season is, and then we would start getting trailers in the summer. So yeah, they're absolutely off their game right now. But in my opinion, it's possible we're still going to get a season this summer, or not this summer, excuse me, but this fall. It might be October or November, but if we don't hear something by September, then I'm absolutely willing to bet that we're not getting a season until next year. Then again, I'm sure they're going to keep us as fans updated on what's going to be happening with season 13 because this is season 13. This is AHS. I mean, this should be a very special season. This should be something that they had been thinking about since like season 9, in my opinion, season 8. because they knew that I think in season 10 is when they renewed up to season 13. So, absolutely, when season 10, when they signed that contract to renew up to season 13, they should have, in my opinion, already had the idea. So, in my opinion, they already know what they're going to do. They're just maybe making sure that everything is tight, so to speak. I just hope it's good. I'm not gonna lie. Season 13, we have American Horror Story, 13 seasons, the special one 3. We better get something kick-ass this season. Not gonna lie. Lady Di says, I can still watch Hotel over and over. So sexy. Yes. I'm Amadi says, I still can't believe what Sarah Paulson did this season. Amazing actress, hands down. What are you talking about in the other productions that she's been in? Blaze says, I think it became messy because of the writer strike. Absolutely. Lady Di says, I believe Jessica said her favorite AHS season was Freak Show. Yeah, absolutely. When Elsa Mars, yeah. The Alpha says, "Oh, the Alpha, thank you so much for being here. I really loved Pose. Was super surprised by how much I loved it. Me too. Me too." And that's also where I fell in love with MJ Rodriguez and Dominique Jackson. I mean, Angelica Ross and oh yeah, found so many and Billy Porter. Oh my God, found so many wonderful actors through that show. I'm Amadi says, I think Jessica pitched the idea for season 4, so it's making sense. It's her favorite. Oh. Merman Eli says, could we do a night of Discord where we can watch some Daria? Oh my gosh, Daria. You're talking about the MTV cartoon show. Yes. My bestie, we used to call her Quinn because that's basically who she used to be back like in high school and college and her 20s. We would call her Quinn. That was her either Veruca, either Veruca Salt or we would call her Quinn from Daria. That was like her nickname because that's like just she was just spoiled by her parents and she was a good person and kind of airy sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. We'll go back. We'll go back in time, baby, for some Daria. Lady Di says, I'm waiting for the second set of stories. It's supposed to be around Halloween. I know. You would think they would have done maybe like 6 or something episodes uh like they did like they did the Halloween before. But last Halloween we just got 4 episodes and then that was it. I thought we were supposed to be getting a full season. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda hate it, like, when Black Mirror is like, "Oh my god, a brand new season is coming." AHS Stories does the same, and they only give us, like, 3 episodes. Do you guys remember? I don't I think it was season 1, obviously, of Black Mirror, we only got 3 episodes, but that was their start season, so, they were just trying to lure people in, but there was another season after that where it was only, like, 3 or 4 episodes, and I looked at it just like, "What? How could you do that to me? How can you make such great episodes and then only make like 3?" I understand. I wish that they would release them a little faster. Blaze says, "OMG, Eli, yes, and some scary movies too." Lady Di says, "I'm actually looking forward to Beetlejuice." Oh, I know Beetlejuice. It does look fab. I absolutely hear you. Blaze says, "I love the episode Drive-In and Bald." Bald. Love that one. Merman Eli says, "They better bring back Annabelle Dexter-Jones for next season." I agree. Um, she was fantastic this season. And as far as I was concerned, she should have been Anna. Or maybe they should have rewrote the season to where they only just focused on Addie's journey and maybe not Anna's. I don't know. I was really blown away, yeah, by Annabelle Dexter-Jones. Oh, okay, sorry, just little notification. I was really blown away by her too, and I really would like to have her back. Same thing with MJ Rodriguez, Angelica Ross, a lot of other actresses and actors. I would love to just have them keep coming back. Blaze says, I bet you any money that they're going to make a Beetlejuice 3 just to finish out the saying. Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. Beetlejuice. Yep. That makes sense. See, Blaze, you should be a writer too. Buffyville says, remember when Pose ended, Ryan was asked if we would ever see the characters again, and he said, maybe one day. That would be nice. That would really be nice. Blaze says, I'm really excited for the Backrooms episode. I know. I wonder what that is about. Like, is it backstage? Is it backrooms? It could be. Let's see. Lady Di says, Henry Winkler's son is directing some episodes, and Henry is in one. Yes, I did notice that his son directed one of American Horror Stories, I believe. So, yes. And it was one of the better episodes. It might have been Daphne that he directed. But absolutely, I agree. His son is doing fantastic as a director. Blaze says, Scream Queens is so iconic. Merman Eli says, in my opinion, Annabelle Dexter-Jones outshined Emma, and Emma was the lead. I wanted more Annabelle. No tea, no shade, but she was working those roles like the rent was due. Exactly. That has to be the best analogy I've ever heard. Exactly. She was working it like the rent was due. Yes. Excellent. I love that. That's why I want her to cut back, because if she has more bills to pay, we'd love to, bring her back here. She did fantastic. Cooksey, I'm not breaking my barrier so you can come through. My poor Cooksey is over there looking at me like, please let me in. Please let me through your barrier. Excuse me. I have no doubt he'll jump it here in just a moment. He's going to break through that barrier to get a pet. Get a big old hug from mom. David Benjamin. David, so glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. Says, can we bring back Kim Kardashian and Macaulay Culkin for another AHS story season? Yes. Okay, so I know this is an unpopular opinion, and I'm still a little leery about posting this video, but it's done, and I think I'm going to let my channel members view it first. I thought Kim Kardashian did great this season. I know a lot of people thought she did crappy, and I saw so many YouTubers knocking down her talents and how she did, and I absolutely understand how they feel. But I've seen bad acting. I've seen some terrible acting, and I've seen Kim Kardashian as a bad actress. I've seen actually a lot of her films. And she's progressed incredibly from where she started with Disaster Movie to where she is now. You would not think that's the same person. So I thought she did great as well. And I did enjoy Macaulay Culkin. He was fantabuloso in a double feature, and I would love to have him back too. He is another mature actor that dazzled me. And I would like to see them come back. When you think of these actors, when you see them as kids, and then you see them grown up and you're thinking, well, they're probably not very mature. You still see them as kids, even though they're in their 20s. Well, now he's like in his 30s, and you don't see him as a kid anymore. You see him as he is a grown, mature adult, and he shows it through the roles that he plays. So yeah, absolutely. Would love to have him back too. Blaze says, didn't Freak Show have some of the real freaks in the show, like the shortest woman in the world? Yes, there was. And the girl who played Mon Petite, same thing, real. There were a lot of them. The Alpha, thank you so much for being here, said, Mary, if you could do a sequel to any previous season, which would you extend? Pretend this season would have been an all-star list, great writers, and a big budget. I'm going to say, personally, if I could do a sequel of absolutely any season, it would either be Hotel or 1984. Now, for the fans, I would want them to pick Asylum. Whoops. I would want them to pick Asylum if it were out of my pick, and maybe I just had to choose for somebody else. So for myself, yes, Hotel and 1984 sequel, I would love it. That's a great question, the Alpha. Thank you so much for asking. That's a really fantastic question. But yeah, I would love to see a sequel to those 2 seasons. Hotel, 1984, 100%. I would love to see Bobby Richter maybe purchase the camp and exercise it to take out the bad demons and then keep the good ghosts there, and then he can help them move on or whatever. I don't care. Maybe he can just spend the night there and just have one wild, crazy party, and we can get 13 episodes of the craziest shit from Camp Redwood. That would be fantastic. Something like that. The biggest party. What do you guys think? Well, answer the Alpha's question too. Which one do you guys think you would love to see if a previous season could be extended? Which one would you pick? Um, Blaze said Red Tide should have been a full season. I would do Red Tide, says Blaze. Okay, that's a good one to pick because I would definitely want probably double feature. I would absolutely want Red Tide to have a full season as well. Not Death Valley. Death Valley was okay. I liked it just to watch it, but I would not like a full season of it. A full season of Red Tide would have been much better. I would have taken 9 episodes of Red Tide. And I remember Red Tide was so good, guys. We were in love until Doris God did like she did. And then at that point, we said, all right, fuck this show. We hate it. Nothing's going to make us happy. And sure shit, nothing made us happy after that. So Buffy DeVille says, with the upcoming election, what if we get something like AHS Cult again? Okay. I understand. A lot of people really did not like Cult. I don't think, though, they would touch on that again because I think a lot of people felt the same way. They did not like Cult and they don't want to see it again. So I really don't think they would do something like that. They could, but with Ryan and Brad stepping back as the showrunner as like the show writers and Haley taking charge, I don't think she's going to want to do a cult or anything such as that. So it would be nice, but yeah, I just don't think that would happen. Merman Eli says, my dream team, Annabelle Dexter-Jones, Dennis O'Hare, Jessica Lange, Angela Bassett, Wes Bentley, Fenn Whitrock, Evan Peters, and Zachary Quinto. The season would be based on body snatchers. Ooh, I love that idea. Ooh, I'd love to see that again with Donald Sutherland, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Such a great movie. Blaze says, TB Karen is savage. I know. Sorden's Ghost, thank you so much for being here. We've missed you. Thank you for being here. They said, hello, Mary. Hope all is well. I would love a new season of AHS with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Ooh, good pick. Nev Campbell, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Maybe Jamie Lee plays a mother and the others her daughters. That would be cute. Kind of like something, not Charmed, but something maybe on the end of like they have a family curse or something such as that with women. I don't know. But I must tell you guys something. Half Price Books had a big 25% off sale. So I keep in the house, like just when we have spare change and stuff like that, I just put it in the jar. And I've noticed that the jar got very big. And so I took the jar, cashed it in, and went to Half Price Books. And where is the Maniac Cop Part 2 on Blu-ray. Maniac Cop 2. Ah! I could not believe they had Maniac Cop Part 2. You have the right to remain silent forever. If you guys have never seen Maniac Cop or Maniac Cop Part 1, or Maniac Cop Part 2 or Part 3, I get it. But this is a great Bruce Campbell movie. Well, he's mostly in the first one. So if you really want a good Bruce Campbell movie, you should watch the first one. He's not in this one very often. He's not in this one very long, excuse me. But some of the best kills in movie history happened in Maniac Cop 2. Trust me. So when I saw it, I had to get it. Oh my god. So, yeah, picked up Maniac Cop Part 2 and Manhunter. Guys, if you have never seen Manhunter, I love this movie. It is based off of Thomas Harris books, The Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal. Okay, so this is the first one. This is Red Dragon, but this is starring, excuse me, William Peterson. That's right. And it's in the 80s, and he's so sexy in this movie. I'm not gonna lie, he's really sexy in this movie. But he stars as Detective Will Graham, who, after catching Hannibal Lecter, is now looking for the Tooth Fairy killer and needs Hannibal Lecter's help in finding the Tooth Fairy killer. They redid this movie. I believe they called it Red Dragon, but this is the OG, like 1987, 88, or something like that. This is the one from the 1980s. I could not believe that they had it. Had to pick it up 100%. It was only for like $4 and it was 25% off. Loved it. Last one, and I could not believe they had this because I've been looking for a long time. The Amityville Horror Part 2. Part 2! Guys, you know that I have Part 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 17. Yeah, but Part 2 is literally my favorite. Other than, of course, Part 1. But I love Part 2. There's just something about it with Burt Young. It's a fabulous, old, scary movie. And I just love watching it when it's dark and there's a thunderstorm outside, such as last night. We had a horrible thunderstorm come in at about 11 o'clock. Horrible lightning, horrible thunder, everything. Stuck this movie in, saw it. Oh. So, yeah, I just had to share those with you guys because it was so fun. It was so fun. I loved getting out, and I think I only paid, like, okay, so it was, like, 10 for Maniac Cop, 1 for Amityville, and, like, 3. So, yeah, I only paid, like, less than $15 for all 3 of those movies due to the 25% sale. Woo, woo. Blaze says AHS has a bunch of characters for a spinoff show. I do agree, and if they need a writer for that, I'd love to write that. Merman Eli says, "Oh yeah, I feel like I may have asked you, but have you watched Silent Hill the movie?" Yes, I have. I played the video game when that first came out, so I had to see the movie. Yes, very good. Blaze says, "I watched The Stranger a few days ago. I want to watch the new one, but I heard it's bad." I did too. I heard the new one really isn't as good. So I hear you, Blaze. I'm very conflicted too. I think I'm just gonna wait until it comes out on Amazon Prime when I can just watch it for free. I don't think I'm gonna go see that one in the theater. David Benjamin said, "My favorite seasons of AHS are Coven, Hotel, Freak Show, and Murder House." Ah, good picks. David is also asking, "Do we think season 13 will be another Coven season?" Due to the fact that it is number 13, and that is a big number for AHS. I mean, I think it's possible, but I want them to bring back either Scathach or maybe another Coven. I don't think we're gonna get Jessica Lange. I mean, that would be badass if they did bring back our Coven, but that would be like the second or third time that they have brought back the Coven in a season. So I don't know if they're gonna do that again, but it would be awesome. It would be awesome. Zordan's Ghost says, "When you get a chance, Mary, watch Salem. It's a fun watch and it's on Hulu. It's set during the Salem witch trials." Oh, so guys, I do apologize. I had to let go of my Hulu subscription right now just due to the fact that um I'm a lot like you guys too. If I cannot afford the subscription, I'm just gonna have to let it go. And yeah, I'm sure if I just didn't go to the bookstore and paid for Hulu instead, I would have Hulu. But I have to go to the bookstore. That's like my drug and my drug dealer. I mean, it's like when I'm so really stressed out and I am about to scream, I just grab my keys, I grab a few bucks, and I'll go to the bookstore. I can stay there for hours reading books and just looking through the covers and everything. And then when I get out, maybe I've spent 30 bucks, but I come out so refreshed and like myself again. It's like I said, the bookstore is a drug and the dealer at the same time, and I have to go see them. It makes me so happy. So I will be getting Hulu back again soon. I just need to straighten certain things out. Blaze says, I love watching horror movies in a storm. Yes, that's how I watched The Lighthouse when that first came out. Watched it in a storm, scared the crap out of me. Um, David says, I'm still not happy that there wasn't any sirens and double feature Red Tide. I know, right? Especially when they hinted to us about it. It didn't make sense. AHS with a Silent Hill theme. They need to stop playing. We need to go back to some ooky spooky shit that doesn't fully get an explanation. Right. I agree. Which is, I'm not gonna lie, which has been in my head a lot is how I would have written AHS Delicate and how I would have written AHS Believer. It's just been in my head a lot. However, I've written down how I would have rewritten and the end of AHS, and I haven't done anything about the actresses. I'll probably do that just for my channel members, but yeah, I absolutely agree. We need shit like that back. Merman Eli says, honestly, I stopped with streaming services. I purchased a bunch of movies on sale. AHS is on sale right now, seasons 1 through 9. It's $50. I'm tempted. I know, right? See, the only reason I have mine is because I have mine through finding them through at the bookstore when they're on clearance, or like Apocalypse. I think I paid $9.99 for this one, but that's the only way I can really get something if it's on clearance or if I actually have the money for it. So yeah, I hear you. I hear you guys. That's why I appreciate everything you guys do to help support the channel through the channel memberships, the Patreons, the likes, the subscriptions, the kind comments. Yes, I am. Thank you all so much for everything. Merman says, I have so many movies and full TV shows for that too. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I can't wait for the haul stream. So, let's, channel members, I'm going to put up a poll for you guys. So that way we can decide when we want to do that this weekend, and when we want to do Orange is the New Black. So, go look out for that. I'm going to put that out after the stream. Okay, guys. So, that is it so far for the stream. Don't forget, I do have videos coming out. Now, I do apologize. I have the video how I would have ended AHS Delicate. I just kind of got so into it that I spun such a wide web and stretched myself so far that I realized I was talking a lot of schmack. So I needed to actually sit there and just pull some shit back in. I just needed to rein some of it back in and not get so insane. So, yeah. But that is still coming. Of course, my criticism of Kim Kardashian, I'm going to let my channel members look at that one first, and then I'll put that out for you guys. Same thing with which Cody Fern character would you survive an AHS season with? That one's coming out. My character analysis. So thank you all so much for your patience on that. Again, it's just me doing the scripts, the filming, the editing, the everything. So I really appreciate your patience with me. I love you all so much. Okay, channel members, patrons, see you guys in a few days. Regular guys, I will see y'all next Wednesday for another weekly Wednesday live stream to give you information and to just kind of chat with you guys, see what's going on and see how y'all are doing. Haul stream, I'm really excited about that one. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all the chat and everything, you guys. I love you all so much. Thank you again for being here. Okay, that is the end of the stream. Have a very wonderful rest of your week. See you guys, channel members and patrons, in just a few days. Thank you all for watching. And as usual, beware of sexy Scathach. She's out there.